Hello friends, myself Pratik. In this session, we will continue with our discussion on unit testing. Let us start this session. In previous session, I asked you to create unit test for this grade marks function. Here it is returning A if marks greater than 60, else it is returning B. So as discussed, the unit test function name should be test underscore name of the function for which we are testing. So here my function name is grade. So the unit test function name is test underscore grade. And I'm checking this for all my boundary cases. So you remember the boundary cases are the cases where there is a switch in the condition. Here I'm checking this for mark 60. So if the marks are 60, it means that this condition is false. So it should return B. So here I am checking this for B. Then if marks are 61, then it should return A. So these are the two boundary cases for marks greater than 60. I am checking this for 60 and 61. So always remember to test your boundary cases. Whenever you are using some condition, always remember to test your function for the value greater than and less than that condition. So here you are checking it for greater than 60. So it's important to check this for 60 and 61. So for 60 it should return B, for 61 it should return A. You can also check your function for some random normal inputs. So let's suppose you are checking this for 10, then it should return B. Let's add one more case. If it is 90, then the output should be A. So if all of these assert conditions are true, then we are printing all unit tests are passed. Here I am just calling my function. So let's run this. You can see that all unit tests are passed. So this is the code for performing unit test for our grade function. So now at this point, I want to give you one more assignment. I hope you remember in our discussion on conditional statements, we have created a function grade remark, which is taking grade as input, and based on input value of grade, it is returning various remarks like outstanding, exceed expectation, acceptable, and trollish. Based on these given ranges of grade, it is returning these remarks. Now for this grade remark function, you have to design unit test cases. And it's important to test all boundary cases in this particular function. And you know that in this code, I am not enforcing any preconditions. You know that in order to enforce preconditions, there are two methods. One, we can use if statement, and another we can use assert statement. So here I have enforced my preconditions with if statement. So this is the full code of grade remark function, where we have enforced all the preconditions with if statement. If grade is not int or float, it will print appropriate error message and returning false. If grade is not greater than 0 and less than or equal to 100, it is printing appropriate message and returning false. So here we are enforcing both our preconditions with if statement, and it is returning false if these preconditions are not satisfied. If all the preconditions are satisfied, then our main code will execute and it will return appropriate remark based on the input value of grade. So your task is to design unit test cases for this grade remark function, and it's very important to cover all boundary cases. Boundary cases mean that you should check it for value 101, 96, 95. Similarly here for this range, the boundary case will be 89, 90, and for this case, the boundary case will be 95 and 96. For 80 to 89, the boundary case will be to check it for 79, 80, 89 and 90, 0 to 1, 79 to 80. Please take care about all these boundary cases whenever you perform unit test for a function. So take your time. We will be discussing its solution in our next session, but I want that you should write it on your own before watching next video, and we will be discussing its solution in our next session. All the code discussed in this session is available in the description of this video. You can use this code directly to practice this concept. Thanks for watching this video. God bless you.